And a very pleasant good evening, football fans. Welcome to Baker Gator High School football on WTJT 90.1 FM and Jock Jive YouTube channel. Tonight, we are live from Baker, Florida, back in the press box of Doug Griffith Memorial Stadium, home of the Baker Gators. After 3 weeks, Baker finally is back at home. 2 road trips, first to Freeport, where they leave the Dogs on the front porch and outrun the Bulldogs 55-12. Then a week later, in Pensacola, they face Lighthouse Christian Academy, a sluggish start, but the Gators swim past the Stingrays 35-6. And now tonight, finally in their backyard, in the swamp, they get to play ball. The Gators undefeated 7 straight wins. Tonight they face Jefferson, Somerset, the Tigers 1-6. This could be the rumble in the jungle, but it's a battle in the swamp. The Gators, the Tigers, and remember this, in the swamp, only Gators come out alive. Stay tuned, the pregame, the coin toss, the kickoff, all heading your way. And once again, a very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to Baker Gator High School football. I'm Mark Forehand, just overjoyed to be back in our press box, our stadium, our home field, and with me, a young man who is now a year older than last time we broadcast together. Happy belated birthday, what's your name, Jesse Jernigan? Yeah. Happy belated birthday, Jesse. The 13th, about a week ago, you turned 1 year older, so happy birthday. And also, welcome home. Welcome back to Baker.
That's right. Thank you. Glad to be back. It's a breath of fresh air to be back in Baker, Florida, and not have to travel and do all the crazy stuff it requires for you to travel. So we're glad to be back here, man.
And last but not least, the third member of our team is Robbie Kona Iceman Cometh Kolb. And Robbie, good to see you down there on the field. Are you glad to be back in Baker? Can you hear us?
Yeah, guys, I can hear you. I was just talking to the head referee and trying to answer a question for him.
Very good. Well, are you glad to be back home, Robbie?
Dude, it seems like we've been gone for a month.
It's over 3 weeks.
So it's been good. It's good to be back in the friendly confines of the swamp.
Exactly. Well, Jesse, last game, the Gators go to Pensacola, face Lighthouse. They struggle to begin with. About 1,000 flags on both teams. And then finally, they get on track. I believe it was 21-6 at the half. They win 35-6. And now tonight we begin our conference play, the Sunshine State Athletic Conference. How does that game against Lighthouse now transcend into this game against Jefferson?
Having a slow start like we did last week, I don't know, maybe puts them in a spot where they're hungry to come out tonight and start fast instead of starting slow like they did last week. And it was all around just a weird week last week getting over there and just the facilities and stuff like that. So. And
now here's Robbie Kolb with the coin toss.
Yeah, guys, they're shaking hands. Here we go.
All right, guys, you're captains, okay? You're in charge. Make sure we got good sportsmanship tonight, right? All right, you're the visiting team. We're going to call you guys white. Home team will call you guys red, okay? You get a call to toss. Go ahead and make your call. Tails. He said tails. Okay, if I drop it, we'll redo it. And it is heads. You have won the toss. Which way you want to kick? Okay. All right. Baker, come over here. Baker's won the toss. Elected to receive. All right. Shake hands again.
And there you have it, guys.
Thanks, Robbie. So, Jesse, Baker wins the toss, and this time they want to receive. Yeah. Usually they defer to the second half. What's your thoughts on that?
Most of the time, kind of goes back to what I was saying a few minutes ago with our slow start last week. I think we want to get out ahead of the game tonight, have a quick start, be able to show some great offense to start with, show them where we're at, show our strengths. And really starting this conference play, this is a big deal. First year they've done it, and exciting for each team because we didn't know we were playing this team till maybe last Saturday. I mean, we had no idea. So now Jefferson, Somerset is here. We've had a few more games in the conference that were played last week. I think it was that Cottondale ended up going down to Bluntstown 35-0. Tonight we've got Vernon and Graceville that are playing each other. So there's some conference battles that are going on right now, and just excited to see this happen and excited to see what's going on with the conference, and to just know that this is an exciting thing to see different play. You know, we don't know who we're going to play next, but now we got to win this game tonight. So
right, and last Thursday, Port St. Joe beat Sneed in overtime,
right.
30-24 now. Baker wins tonight. They will host Port St. Joe here. Mm-hmm. And last year we played them, I believe it was the last game before the state championship, and won that game against Port St. Joe. Of course, New Year, two different teams. But
right,
we were just about set here. The Baker Gators are in their maroon jerseys tonight, the white numbers, maroon pants, and maroon helmets. The Jefferson Somerset Tigers are blue and orange. They have white jerseys with orange numbers, white pants, and orange stripes, and blue helmets. Now, Matt Brunson has never played nor coached against Jefferson County, so there's no history there, so this is a first for him as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Baker has, but Matt Brunson has not.
Right. And I think I even saw a few signs laying around town today, Mark, that today is Coach Brunson's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
From what I understand, Matt Brunson has hit that magical 5-0.
5-0.
50 years old, yeah. So happy birthday, and what a great present if they can pull this out. Now, this game was scheduled for this past Friday. Tropical Storm Nestor kind of postponed a lot of games. And so this is the high school edition of Monday Night Football, but no country music, no Hank Williams Jr., no Are You Ready, unless you and Robbie want to sing that.
No, go ahead, Robbie, if you want
to. Are you ready for some football?
Only Robbie. Well, we are just about set for this kickoff. And real quick, the last score on Vernon and Graceville, or not, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Vernon and Graceville. 12-7, Vernon.
All right, in the second quarter. We are underway. Jack Adams on the kick, and Jack is about across the 40, still going, 45, 50. Trying to break and finally brought down by a couple of Tigers, but what a great return by Jack Adams. He gets across the 50 to about the 48-yard line.
A great run there by Jack on the first play of the game, and that's setting a precedence, I think, from the very start that they're going to give it their all every single play of this game.
Quarterback for Baker, senior Sam Croson. In the backfield is Seth Baxa, and behind him, who else but number 9, Joe Brunson. And we'll give you the offensive line in just a moment. There's the snap. Joe Brunson, right side. He's to the 40, still going, and he's brought down near the 40, 39-yard line. The center is number 56, Dylan LaFear. The right guard is Gavin Vaccarello. Right tackle, Dustin Oglesby. The left guard, Carter Mason. And left tackle, Ethan Cadenhead. You'll also see Ashton Morrison at split end along with Jack Adams. Again, Joe Brunson. And Joe Brunson gets across the 35-yard line. Another big run for Joe.
Yeah, great couple plays there to start this drive off, showing what we do best, putting that run up in there, maybe as Robbie would say, the ground and pound to start with, and getting that going, and very successful the first couple plays of the game.
And Jesse, this was interesting. Robbie said that Jefferson passes 93% of the time. I think Joe Brunson runs 93% of the time. 12-7 Vernon.
At halftime.
At the half.
Yep.
It is 1st and 10. Baker from the Jefferson 34-yard line. 10:51 to go first quarter. Joe Brunson left side. He's across the 30. And he is brought down hard by Jefferson near the 27-yard line. Nice run by Joe. Tackle made by number 7. That is Cosi for the Tigers.
Yeah, again, our offensive line is doing a great job picking up blocks early in this game, staying with their men, not letting go, giving Joe good holes to run through. And if they keep that up the rest of the game, it's going to be a pretty wide-open run for him.
Josh Gamblin at tight end for the Gators. Again, quarterback number 3, Sam Croson, under center. Seth Baxa in the backfield, and Joe Brunson behind him. 2nd down 3 from the 27. Joe Brunson left side. Cuts to the outside and is forced out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Tackle made by number 1. That is Neely for Jefferson. And a 1st down run for Joe.
That's right. Good job there by Seth Baxa to pick up a kick-out block there on the end to give Joe a little bit of spring, get him that extra yardage to pick up that 1st down.
It is 1st and 10 Baker. Ball placed at the 20-yard line. 9:53 first quarter. No score, just underway. Again, quarterback is Sam Croson. And hands off to Joe Brunson. Joe Brunson is stopped in the backfield and falls forward, maybe a yard gain. Stopped by the Tigers.
A great defensive play there by the Tigers to step in and be able to blow up that right side of the line. I know it was tough to get so many in a row like that, but that time they just overdrove them, put a little blitz on there, overmanned on that side, and ended up getting a good tackle right there close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they know Joe's going to get it most of the time, but it's like, stop me if you can.
That's right.
Second down, again, Joe Brunson right side, and finds maybe a couple of yards, and now a flag comes in. And that's our first flag tonight. I know, Jesse, last time against Lighthouse, there was maybe not 1,000, but there was a lot of flags that night.
Mm-hmm. It's like a face mask against the Tigers.
And that is a 5-yard face mask penalty. They placed the ball just inside the 15-yard line. It is third down and about 5 for the Gators. 9:10 to go first quarter. Sam Croson comes up under center. Now Seth Baxa, the lone back in the backfield. And it's going to be Sam rolling out the pass. Goes to the air. He hits Baxa in stride, and Baxa is inside the 10 near the 6-yard line. 1st and 10 Baker.
Yeah, great job there by Croson to roll out to the right, set his feet, deliver a good pass to Baxa. There was no way that was not going to be completed. It was a beautiful pitch and catch right there for the first down.
It is 1st and goal. The ball about the 7, looks like. 8:47 to go. This drive began at the Jefferson 48-yard line, thanks to a big kick return by Jack Adams. 1st and goal, ball at the 7. And it's Joe Brunson left side, and Joe struggling to get to about the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and goal for the Gators.
Yeah, get down in the red zone like this, it gets tight. Get down there in the goal line. It's a good thing to bring in some of the guys that are bigger like this. I know we got Gary Mitchum in there now to lead the way and get some of that power football going.
8:24 first quarter. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Eric McQueen and Ashton Morrison split wide to the left. In the backfield, as Jesse said, it's Mitchum and Joe Brunson. And Joe into the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Oh, yeah. Great job there by Mitchum to lead the way. Throwing up in that hole like he doesn't have anything to lose. And that offensive line getting a great push, probably a good 3 to 4 yard push into the defensive backfield. Allows Joe to get right there to the end zone and bring in a touchdown.
And Jesse, the other undefeated team in Okaloosa County, Niceville, is in Tallahassee tonight. They are facing Childs. And they are up 35-8 in the second quarter.
Wow.
Yeah. The kick by Pierce Thompson. It is up. It is good. 8:09 to go first quarter. Baker strikes first. 7-0 back in just a moment.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
And back to Baker. Baker strikes first, 7-0. And Pierce Thompson kicks it and is taken by Neely at his 30, 35, 40, 45. Still going across midfield. He's still on his feet. A flag comes in. And he is finally brought down near the Baker 30-yard line, 20-yard line. I believe Garen Mitchum. Or excuse me, that was actually, I believe, Ryan Fleming on the tackle.
Mm-hmm. I think it possibly might have been a block in the back thrown that direction. Nope. Holding.
And that nullifies a great run by Neely for Jefferson Somerset, but the referee that threw the flag had a pretty good arm himself.
He did. He did. Well, hey, listen, Mark, if I had somebody holding for me on each play, I probably would have a pretty big run too.
They will place the ball back about the Jefferson 30-yard line. And, wow, that really, because he was down close to the 20-yard line of the Baker Gators. So, of course, the good thing about that is now we see one of their strengths.
That's right. Yep, they can run the ball.
7:57, Baker 7 and Jefferson nothing. And now Somerset 1st and 10 from their 30. And like we said, Robbie mentioned earlier, they throw 93% of the time, so kind of looking forward to see what we can do to stop this. And they are in shotgun formation. There was one back in the backfield. And quarterback is Jordan Elliott. Goes to the air, hits this man near the 42-yard line. Nice catch by number 7, Cosi, for the Tigers, and that's first down, Jefferson.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if y'all didn't just see what I saw, but 7's done. He just hurt himself. Pretty bad.
Well, I missed it too, Jesse.
I did too. 7 for the Tigers?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
because he just made the catch. Yeah.
Okay.
And now there's our training staff going across to check on them. Jessica Langston. Pulling double duty, apparently. It is 1st and 10. Jefferson from their 43. 7:51 to go first quarter. They're behind 7-0. Spread formation. Elliott to the air again. Hits his receiver in stride. He's at the 40, 35, and brought down. Devin Jordan on the tackle, along with Jack Adams. But it's a first down. Jefferson at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, 2 really good throws right there from the quarterback and from Jordan Elliott to be able to deliver the ball there. He's got a great arm, Mark, a good eye, able to set his feet. It's going to be very important for our defensive line to get a lot of pressure on him tonight.
And one of our defensive linemen, a little over anxious, jumps off sides. So it'll be 1st and 5, Jefferson. Ball just inside the Baker 30-yard line.
Yeah, a couple key players that are going to have to really get some serious pressure on him is going to be Eric McQueen on that defensive end position over there. Then up front, right in the middle, Garen Mitchum. Again, we mentioned him earlier, blocking at fullback at nose guard. He's going to really have to get some pressure on that quarterback so he don't have time to set his feet and deliver the passes that he already has tonight.
Elliott to the air, and this one is dropped. And Seth backs of their own coverage. And that was number 3, Anthony Ivey, for the Tigers. So that's his first incomplete pass tonight.
Yeah, and I think that was more on the receiver than it was on him. The ball was there, delivered well. Just the receiver could not bring that in that time. But again, we had backs that was right there with him in the coverage.
7:08 first quarter. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers at the Gator 30-yard line. Again, shotgun formation for quarterback Jordan Elliott for Jefferson. And now a whistle and a flag comes in. Looks like it's a legal procedure, or as Jesse says, untrue start.
I can't coin that statement. That's you.
Thank you.
That's you. A couple other guys are going to have to pull up big for us tonight. Carter Mason there again at the defensive tackle position, then Zane Steele at the other defensive end position. They're going to be key to this game and being able to get pressure on that quarterback, because I'm telling you, he's got a great arm, he's got a good eye, and it looks like he's got a pretty good crew of receivers out there he can spread the ball around to, Mark.
2nd down 10, Jefferson from the Baker 35-yard line. 7:08 first quarter, Baker on top 7-0. High snap, Elliott brings it in, goes to the air again. Jack Adams picks it off at the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, and more flags come in, about 3 or 4, but what a great play by Jack Adams on the interception.
Yeah, fantastic read there by Adams to be able to step into that lane. I don't think the quarterback saw him for 1 second standing right there in the middle of that pass. Looks like we might have had some holding or blocking the back on the return. I don't think that will affect the interception.
Robbie Cole, what did you see?
Yeah, I think you guys are right. I think it's going to be a holding, or maybe a block in the back there too, but it will be Gator football.
So the Gators do maintain possession because the penalties were after the interception. But, wow, what a great play by Jack Adams. And so they will put the ball, looks like it's about the 25-yard line, maybe, Jesse? Or just inside the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. 6:55 first quarter. Baker 7, Jefferson nothing. On their second possession, handoff goes to Joe Brunson. Joe goes around the right side and brings several Tigers with him. Short gain, maybe a couple of yards. Second down 9 for the Gators.
Yeah, not much doing on that sweep that time, Mark. It looks like, again, we've said this so many times, they key on Brunson. If they can stop him, they can put our running game down. But, again, we've got guys like Jack Adams and a couple other fellas that got some speed that can get that ball, and they can do some damage just as well as Brunson can.
Second down 8 from the 25-yard line. Clock rolling, 6:21 to go first quarter. And this time it is Eric McQueen around the left side. He's to the 40, the 45, across midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20. Finally slips about the 20-yard line and forced out of bounds by Jefferson, but a great run by Eric McQueen.
Yeah, that's pretty good misdirection right there when you can bring Big Boy around the side like that. And he's got some wheels too now.
He does. We've seen it several games this season already, but wow, what a great run by Eric.
Yeah, wonderful.
McQueen.
Wonderful run to catch that corner. And just the premise of being able to throw it to or hand it off to somebody else that's not Joe, to relieve some of that pressure from him of having to carry the team every single play. Eric did a great job on that play.
6:07, timeout taken. Back after this.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
Back to Baker. After a big run by Eric McQueen, it is 1st and 10 Baker. About the 19-yard line of Jefferson, and Baker leads it 7-0. And Jesse, real quick, we mentioned Matt Brunson's birthday. It's also the anniversary of somebody, Rick and Paula Cosen.
Oh.
47 years. Now, this is Ethan Edge, number 44, his grandparents, but I think Paula wants as much airtime as Ethan has been getting. Joe Brunson on the carry. Right side, cuts it back in, and Joe gets to about the 10-yard line before being stopped. About a 5-yard run, second down for the Gators. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say just happy anniversary, Rick and Paula.
Yeah, 47 years, and I admire Rick. What a man. But also now their daughter, Nikki, I believe she is the over the Quarterback Club Facebook page, and also her and her husband Derek, big supporters of WTJT and Jock Jive. So thanks to Nikki and Derek as well. 5:41. It is second down and 2 from the 10-yard line. And it's Eric McQueen again, right side, cuts it back in. And once he gets going, he just don't stop, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Hey, that a boy. 2 great runs on this drive. Pretty much set himself up for the touchdown. And, powered that in there. Looked like he might have got stood up there right at the goal line, Mark. I couldn't really tell exactly. There was a big wad of players all around him, but he powered his way in there. Either way, got the touchdown.
5:28 to go in the first. Baker up 13-0. And now for the point after, Pierce Thompson. The holder is Ryan Fleming. And Jefferson jumps off sides, but let's see if they were drawn first. It is offsides against Jefferson. So I guess they'll move it, about a yard closer?
Yeah, either that or half the distance of the goal at that point.
All right, so here we go again. And Jesse, it's still just amazing how far Pierce Thompson has come since that very first game against Rocky Bayou where he was like 4 for 8.
Right.
And this kick is good. Yep. 5:28, first quarter. Your new score, Baker 14 and Jefferson nothing. Back in a moment.
Hi, this is Tony from Baker Feed and Country Store. The Baker Gator football season is back, and we are proud supporters of WTJT's live Baker Gator football program. Baker Feed and Country Store has all your fall food plot, seed, and fertilizer needs, along with corn, rice bran, pellets, and blocks. We carry Justin boots, belts, wallets, and Wrangler jeans. Baker Feed and Country Store is located on the right at the light in downtown Baker and can be reached by phone 537-1000. Again, that's 537-1000. Go Gators!
And back to Baker. 5:28 first quarter. Baker up 14-0 over Jefferson Somerset. And Pierce kicks it straight away, and Jefferson takes it at the 20. 25. And it's going to be brought down. Leading the charge was number 34, Shane White, and gets some help from, I believe that's Caleb Wagner and several other players, Jesse. Mm-hmm. So it's a run out to about the 26-yard line, 1st and 10, Jefferson. $5:21 to go in the first quarter. Chance of rain tonight, but hopefully to hold off till after we're all done here.
So far, so good.
And Jesse, not quite the crowd we were expecting. Of course, it is a Monday night, school night, work night. Yeah. Somerset comes out in their spread formation. Quarterback is number 2, Jordan Elliott. There's the snap. Jordan goes to the air, and it goes incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Had some good pressure that time by the defensive line. Looked like Gary Mitchum got in there. Like Zane Steele got in the backfield with him. Put a little pressure on the quarterback. Made him maybe make a quick decision. Robbie, you got something down there, man?
Just something to note. With the heavy passing that Jefferson's going to do, there's 3 defensive backs that's not playing tonight. Xander Long, Bodie Cole, Nate Fleming, replaced by Ryan Fleming, a freshman, and Brody Sharp.
So that'll put pressure on the defense, but so far, so good. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. Again, Elliott to the air, overthrows his man. Seth backs there on the coverage. Trying to hit number 26. 3rd down and 10 for the Jefferson Somerset Tigers. Jesse, we mentioned they are 1-6, but those 6 losses for those teams was some very good teams.
Yeah.
Wakala, I believe. I want to say Bluntstown may have been another one.
Yeah, there was quite a few. I'm pulling those stats back up for us here. I think they lost to Wakulla, who are 9-0. They're number 5 in 5A. They lost to them 63-26, which you would kind of assume that would probably happen. They lost to Hawthorne, who is number 11 in 1A, 37-24. They lost to North Florida Christian, 42-36. NFC, or North Florida Christian, is ranked number 11 in 2A classification, and they lost to Madison, which we know them all too well, seen them a couple times. They're ranked number 1 in 1A, and I put through 5A because they're just that good. So they've lost some pretty tough games to some really good talented teams.
It is 1st and 10. Jefferson from their 41-yard line. And the first time tonight we see a running back actually carry the ball, and there's a whistle. He's still running, but it's going to come back to about the 40-yard line.
Right. So you want to, I guess we say all that about their record to say this, that their record could be a little deceiving because they've had some tough competition, probably one of the hardest 1A schedules in the state of Florida, I would assume.
They take the ball back to about the 38-yard line. It is 2nd down and 12 for Jefferson. 4:35 to go in this first quarter. Baker leads at 14-0. And Jesse, over at Brent Park against Lighthouse, we had no scoreboard, and tonight we got a scoreboard, but there's no score on the scoreboard. Pass is completed. Jefferson across midfield to the 40-yard line and finally brought down by Seth Banks, but it's a 1st down pass play for Jefferson.
Yeah, he ran about, 50 or 60 yards to get about 20 on that one. But he had some wheels, man. He was getting around everybody, cutting that corner, and outrunning some of our guys that were taking a little bit low angles and stuff like that. But if our defensive backs will stay with them, I think they got them.
It is 1st and 10 Jefferson at the Baker 38. Jordan Elliott, quarterback for Jefferson. Again, staying in that spread formation. Now goes to the air. Hits his receiver in stride. He's brought down by Jesse Jordan near the 31-yard line. 2nd down. And Robbie mentioned something interesting earlier. They have a left-handed quarterback and a left-handed center. Not something you see a lot of, but kind of interesting. So now 2nd down and about 3 from the 31-yard line. Clock rolling at 3:25 first quarter. Again, shotgun formation. They pass over 90% of the time. Elliott looking to pass. Goes deep. Downfield. Overthrows his man. Jack Adams almost had his 2nd interception. Goes incomplete. 3rd down for the Tigers.
He was in the area right there. That would have taken a perfect pass to be able to complete that pass there. Jack Adams was right there with him. It looked like possibly Jesse Jordan was right there on coverage as well. They had him wrapped up pretty tight, made it really tough on the quarterback to be able to have a good view. And also the defensive line got in there, put a little bit of pressure on him. And it's really tough, Mark, to throw that ball when you can't set your feet, make your count, make your reads like you want to. It's tough on a quarterback to deliver strikes each time.
3rd down, 3 from the 31-yard line. 3:12 to go first quarter. Now pistol formation for Jefferson, and another whistle and a flag. A untrue start against the Tigers.
I don't know why that cracks me up so much.
Because it's me.
So you're saying you're special?
I am special. Just ask that young lady sitting there right close to you. 3rd down and 7 from the 36-yard line. Robbie Colby's got a big smile on his face. He wants some Kona Ice.
He wants some Kona Ice.
Kona Ice, yeah.
They ain't here tonight.
Oh, man. High snap over the head of Elliott. The ball's loose. He falls on the back at the 48-yard line. Going to be a big loss, but wow, what a bad snap on that play. And nothing. That's the best thing to do, right?
Yeah, tough break for him. That's really all you can do at that point. I've seen some guys try to pick it up, make more out of it than it should be. He did a great job that time, Elliott, just falling on the ball, preserve what you have, and now you can come back, with a little bit of dignity on this 4th down.
But now it's 4th and about 22 or 24 yards to go, and they will drop into punt formation, 2-16. Of all the struggles last time against Lighthouse, I think the biggest struggle, Jesse, was Robbie and no Kona Ice.
He seemed a little disappointed last week.
It was tough, I can tell you that.
Be brave, little toaster. Be brave. And now timeout taken by Jefferson. 1:59 to go first quarter. Baker on top, 14-0. Back in a moment.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
And real quick, at halftime in Tallahassee, Niceville up over Charles, 43-8. Wow. Robbie Colby, you got something else for us?
No, we're fixing to punt the ball.
No, we're not. They are. It's a high, short punt. Bounces about the 25-yard line, rolls inside the 20, down to about the 15-yard line, and so Baker takes over from there.
The punt looked pretty bad, but he got a really good roll there at the end.
He did. I'm glad that I make Robbie smile. Crack him up. This old man's good for something, right?
You're doing great,
Maybe.
Mark. You're doing
Maybe.
great.
Maybe.
Maybe, okay. First and 10 Baker from their 15-yard line. 1:47 to go in the first quarter. They lead Jefferson 14-0 in this their first conference game. Now, Cottondale's in this conference. We played them earlier, but that's not really to do with this setup exactly.
Right. Yeah, they ended up playing Bluntstown, I think, on Friday night, and they lost to Bluntstown 35-0.
Jack Adams on the carry. He's out across the 20-yard line to about the 21. 6-yard run, second down for the Gators. And, yeah, Jesse, it's a little confusing to look at the scoreboard. Now, we've got the time and the quarter. We just don't know what the score is, but it's 14-0. We'll keep you up with that. Sam Croson under his center. Looks like Seth backs in the backfield with Joe Brunson. And it's Joe Brunson just shy of the 25-yard line, brings up third down and short for the Gators.
So a couple runs in a row there. Not much happening as far as getting past that second level. We're picking up some good blocks on the line, controlling the line of scrimmage, but those linebackers are pretty tough, and they're pretty quick getting in there to make those tackles.
Well, no, Jesse, against Lighthouse, same thing. They seemed to stop Joe the first part of the game, and then they kind of just wore down, and Joe and Jack and the rest of the team just piled it on.
Yep.
Here comes a flag. It is offsides on the Tigers, so that's an easy first down for the Gators. It'll be first and 10, about the 28-yard line, 36 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, short yardage situations like that, sometimes that's the design. You go up there, nobody move. Let's just do a hard snap count, see if we can get them to jump off sides and get that extra yardage and get a fresh set of downs.
Sam Croson under center. Now comes back out, looks to the sideline. He has Brunson and Baxa back there with him. Jack Adams in motion. And it's Joe Brunson off the right side, and he drags some Tigers with him. Gains a couple of yards, going to bring up second down and about 8 for the Gators. Clock now is down to 0. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it is Baker 14, Jefferson nothing. Back in just a moment.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898. 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida. It's businesses like you, through all your support, that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
And back to Baker, our Monday night edition of high school football, or a high school version. We're not the Patriots and the Jets, but I think we got a better game than the Patriots and the Jets tonight. I think we do.
Yeah, do not turn the channel. Don't go get on your TV. Stay with us. Hang with us. It'll be much more entertaining, I promise.
Well, it is fairly similar. The Patriots are undefeated, like 6-0, and the Jets are 1-4, and we have a similar record here between these two teams. So, but this is a much better game, right?
Definitely.
Better announcers?
Better announcers.
And a sideline guy. I mean,
that's right. You can't beat Robbie.
No. Second down, 8 from the 28. And Sam goes to the air, trying to hit Seth, and it goes incomplete. Brings up third down, 8 for the Gators. Ball just inside their 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's a little bit tougher of a pass to make when you're coming to the short side of the field. They're on that hash mark coming this way, and you're rolling in that short side. You got to make a quick decision, quick pass. And it was in and out of his hands, maybe a little bit high, but still a decent pass. Just tough luck there for Baxter not being able to pull that one in.
Third down, then about 9 yards, actually. The ball just shy of the 30. 11:46 to go in this second half. And now it's an empty backfield. And Sam rolls right. He's going to bootleg this one. Tucks the ball away, but nowhere to go, and he's forced out of bounds by Lance Footman for the Tigers. And so now fourth down and About 6 yards to go, Jesse.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to line up, maybe a quick kick or something like that. I'm not really sure here.
Well, usually Joe Brunson punts, but this was like he's not back there. In fact, Sam is under center. They may be trying that hard count again to draw Jefferson off sides.
Right, at least give it a shot.
Clock running 11 minutes. Play clock down to 5. Joe Brunson right side, and Joe's going to be stopped shy of the 40-yard line, close to the first. See if they give us a good spot here. But still, what a gamble by Coach Brunson.
Looks like they might be taking a measurement on this one, Mark.
Robbie Kolb, what's those eyes of yours see?
Well, guys, I'm trying to get in here where I can get you a little bit of eyesight here. I think it's going to be a first down by the nose of the football.
Well, I was really surprised. I thought they was going to try to draw them off sides and then just punt. But no, Joe Brunson runs the ball, and he was very close. And now we'll wait and see. 10:51 on the clock. Baker up 14-0.
Missed it by 3 inches.
Wow, you heard it. Missed it by 3 inches. So now we have to depend on that defense that, as Robbie mentioned, missing 3 key defensive backs.
That's right. Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to give the ball away in our own territory like that, and it puts us in a position where we can't make any mistakes, especially with the passing game that they have. I mean, one good pass play could put them in the end zone quickly.
Well, Jesse, they run the spread formation, the shotgun. Defensively, does that put more pressure on the linebackers, or the defensive backs?
A lot of times it's going to be on those defensive backs because it depends on what coverage you're playing. If you're playing man-to-man or you're playing zone, if you're playing man-to-man, that's tiring. It'll wear you out quickly because you have to stick with them, because if you let them get behind you, it's all you. You have no backup.
10:51. It is 1st and 10. Jefferson at the Baker 39. Man in motion. Elliott throws it back to him. It goes incomplete. Now, that's a backwards pass. Okay, it's incomplete. That looked like a backwards pass, and that was very close to a backwards pass.
Very close to a backwards pass. He was right on that. I think he probably right there on the 45-yard line, or right in front of it. It looked like maybe the running back that was swinging to the right had touched the ball around the 45-yard line. So, a game of angles. I don't think the referee really had a good angle to make that call one way or the other.
I think you're right, because he was further back, but he called it incomplete, so it is 2nd down 10 for Jefferson at the Baker 39, 10:47 before the half. Elliott, under pressure, gets the ball off and tipped away. Seth backs and knocks away from the intended receiver in a great play. And obviously that field is slippery because we have seen several slips out there tonight already.
Looks like we got a flag down the backfield as well, Mark.
Okay, hold on to see what this is about. 10:40 before the half. And still some discussion between the officials. And we are keeping trying to stay in touch with the Graceville and Vernon game. We know Port St. Joe beat Sneeze last week, and Bluntstown beat Graceville. Or Cottondale, I'm sorry.
Cottondale.
The two team. Jay over North Bay Haven at the half. Your alma mater.
Yeah,
13 to 6. Yeah.
Not bad.
Well, this goes against the Tigers. And Robbie, what was the call?
The call was an illegal chop block.
So does that mean there's a legal chop block?
Nah, there's not a legal one.
Okay, just asking. So 2nd down and about 30 yards to go. Again, under pressure, Eric McQueen and Zane Steele back there putting pressure on the quarterback. He throws the ball incomplete, brings up 3rd down and about 30 yards.
Yeah, that's exciting to see that when they get that pressure on him. He doesn't have time to set his feet. You saw that time, Mark. He was still on his way back when he threw the ball. It's almost impossible unless you are an amazing elite quarterback, maybe in the NFL, high college ranks or something like that, to throw those off-balance passes like that and make them accurate. So it's tough for them. If they keep that up all night, it's going to disrupt I think you said 93% of the time that they pass the ball. That'll make it pretty miserable when they're passing the ball 93% of the time.
It's third down and about 25 from the Tiger 46, and one of the offensive line raises up and tries to get back down. Inconspicuous.
I don't think he's going to be able to hide that one.
Nope. For 5 more yards. Third down and about 30 for Jefferson back at their 41-yard line. 10:25 to go in this first half. And Baker leads at 14-0, we think. They do.
That's what I've got.
In motion goes Neely. Elliott at the high snap. Throws it out to his receiver. He makes the catch this time. And he's being pursued. Ethan Edge grabs him by the shirt tail and brings him down near midfield and gets some help from the rest of the defense. But they'll be well short of a first down, being up fourth and about 20 yards to go. And now some more discussion.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Robbie, any idea on this one?
Guys, I'm not sure. It came from the back judge from a long ways away from the play. So I'm not really sure what they're going to call here. I didn't see any face mask or anything like that at the tackle, so I'm not really sure. Holding it is.
Against the Tigers, decline by Baker. Remains fourth down and about 20 yards to go from the 49 of the Gators.
It was a good job by Ethan Edge there on that last play. He grabbed a handful and did not let go.
10:13 to go in the first half. So the fourth down gamble that we called does not hurt us. The punt blocked by Eric McQueen, and the punter nowhere to go, wrapped up. Looks like Zane Steele brings him down, along with Devin Jordan. But wow, Eric McQueen, man, he's got a touchdown, a blocked punt.
He's all over the field. Been great on getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. He's doing a fantastic job.
Does the guy sing solos? I mean, man, he's just all over the place. But what a play by Eric McQueen blocking that punt. And the Gators have great field position at the Jefferson 45-yard line. 10:01 to go in the first half. They lead at 14-0. Sam Croson under center. And I believe that is Gary Mitchum in the backfield. Handoff goes to Joe Brunson. He finds a hole. The 20, the 10, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Baker Gators. Number 2 for Joe Brunson. Number 9.
Amazing run there. Great job by offensive line to be able to step up to the plate right there, create a huge hole for Brunson around the right side, and even had some of our backs and receivers getting that second level, pinning them down. Man, and then once you break him into the backfield, there's no stopping Brunson once he gets past him.
Vaccarello and Oglesby on that right side, but Jesse, this is one of the best offensive lines I've seen in a number of years, since we've been broadcasting anyway.
Right.
Well, no, I mean, since, you know what I mean.
I know, yep. Is that you, Robbie?
Is that?
Yeah, I almost got ran over.
Who'd you almost get run over by?
A cheerleader?
No. Number 10 for us, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but he was blocking one of their guys, and they came all the way out in the over here on our side, and I was walking by, and I felt the wind off of them.
That's Ashton Morrison. The extra point is no good, but Baker still leads at 20-0. And Leon over Navarre 14-6 at the half. We'll take a break and be right back after this.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators.
And Pierce Thompson to kick off for the Gators. They lead 20-0. And now that trademark pooch kick is still loose. The ball's still loose. The Gators recover. I think that's Seth Baxa on the recovering.
It is. Atta boy.
What a heads-up play, and that's one
Guys,
good
number
thing.
16.
Number 16.
Oh, 16, okay. That's Eric Araya. But, wow, what a heads-up play by Eric. And that's the good thing about that little pooch kick, and especially on a wet field, Jesse. That ball just went right through about 3 or 4 Tigers. And, wow, great play by Eric Araya.
I'm sure Coach drew it up just like that for his birthday.
Of course he did. So, 1st and 10, Baker, the ball just about the 25-yard line of Jefferson. Sam Croson under center. In motion is Jack Adams. Jack Adams left side. He finds a hole, breaking tackles, and he's finally brought down near the 11-yard line. First down, Baker Gators.
Looks like they might be wearing that line out a little bit like we've talked about the past few weeks. I mean, our guys are so physical up front, and that's one thing Coach, really brags on about our guys is they do play physical. They work hard in the weight room, work hard on the field to get prepared for these games, and it's showing right now. 1st
and 10, the ball just outside the 10-yard line. And again, Jack Adams left side and brought down after a short run, maybe about 2 or 3 yards, brings up 2nd down for the Gators. 9:14 to go in this first half. Baker leads at 22-0.
Jack's getting quite a few touches tonight, but he's doing a great job holding on to the ball, great job conserving that and being able to get up the field. He's not hesitating a bunch. When he sees a hole, he gets in and goes.
Between Brunson and Adams, that's a dangerous tandem right there, those two running backs.
Yes, sir.
2nd down, 7, the ball near the 7. And this time it is number 9, Joe Brunson. He's twisting, turning, and falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Again, Mark, more of that toughness that he just, stepping up to the plate, getting hit 2 or 3 times, but not stopping his feet. And it's the same with all of our backs. I know it's an exciting duo to watch. They're just powerful. Great 1-2 punch, getting in the end zone each time they go.
And they look to be going for the 2-point try here to get that back up to 28-0. Sam Croson is out on the field along with the rest of the offense. Eight seconds on the play clock. And now Sam hands off, goes to the air. It's Eric McQueen in the end zone. 2-point try is good. So a little razzle-dazzle there, Jesse, on a pass play from Sam to Eric McQueen, and the Gators go up 28-0. And 8:44 to go in this first half. So now the Gators set to kick off. 8:44 first half. Baker 28 and Jefferson nothing. But I thought he was going to Joe Brunson on the pass play. I thought he overthrew the ball, and then Eric McQueen was
hanging out in the back of the end zone.
Exactly. There's the whistle. And the kick taken by Jefferson at the 30-yard line, 35, and slips and falls near the 40. And that's where the Tigers take over 1st and 10.
We've got a score update for the Vernon-Graceville game. Vernon is up now 18-7 with about 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
So Vernon could be on their way to be playing Bluntstown.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. And as far as we know, if this keeps going, we'll have Port St. Joe here this Friday.
We'll host them Friday night, right?
Yeah. Be a short week for the Gators. Well, Elliott back to pass, goes to the air, and looks like it was tipped. I believe Devin Jordan may have got his hands on the ball, goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. 8.5 left in the first half. 28-0. And then just to the championship game will be held in Panama City on November 2nd.
So Saturday.
Tommy Oliver Stadium. I believe the first game at 4 and the second game at 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah. Elliott again to the air. Goes downfield and it goes incomplete. And Brody Sharp there on the coverage. Jefferson wants a flag, but no flag coming there. Just great coverage by Brody Sharp.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a little contact, but the looked like the field judge right there had a little bit of tip on the ball is what he was calling. Robbie?
Yeah, that was South Basca. Or Baxa. Yeah.
Okay,
that tipped it right there in the middle.
Okay, I thought it was number 8. 18, then okay, my bad. 3rd down and 10 from the 39-yard line. And again, Elliott to the air. And it goes incomplete. And Eric McQueen right there in his face. But he does get the ball away. It goes incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 10 for the Tigers.
One thing I'm noticing during these shotgun plays for the quarterback, almost every single time the snap is right above his head. So nothing's right at his chest. So that may play a factor later on, maybe when he's getting tired, the center's getting tired. He's going to get some sloppy snaps back there, which will make it tough on him to even be able to make reads at that point.
That is a drawback to the spread formation. It does wear on your center. He's snapping 5 and 6 yards every single play. And you're right, Jesse. I've not seen most of them have been almost over his head. Mm-hmm. Now, would it be easier if it was a low snap versus a high snap, or?
I'd prefer it right in the chest.
Right in the chest. Short punt by Jefferson down at the Baker 46-yard line. 8:12 left in the first half. Gators 28, Tigers nothing. Back in just a moment.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our kids' call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship, or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
And back here in Baker, 8:12 to go in the first half. Baker on top 28-0. 1st and 10 from their 46-yard line. Sam Croson, quarterback under center. In the backfield, Garen Mitchell. Jack Adams in motion, takes a handoff left side, and Jack cuts it up. Across midfield, the 40, 35, and is slung down inside the 30-yard line. First down run for Jack Adams.
Man, great job there by Ashton Morrison to get out ahead of him and pick up that cornerback. And even Garen Mitchum getting down the field and picking up a big block there to spring him for that huge gain.
And it's going to come back, looks like, Jesse. Robbie, what'd you see?
Yeah, there was a hold on there over there on the left side. But real quick, while I'm here with you, I'll give you a quick weather update. You ready for that?
Sure, go ahead.
So we look like we're about 30 minutes away from a little rain.
A little rain?
Yeah, and then a lot of rain. And then we won't be clear of it till about 10:30.
Okay. So now Robbie thinks he's a weatherman, too.
I know. What in the world?
I don't know.
Look, if you predict the weather, you will get it wrong. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, well, there you go.
Reverse psychology.
On the weather.
Right.
You're not Al Gore.
Or Alan Strom. Yeah. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 1st and 10, Baker back at their 41. A holding call. Or Jack Adams left side again. And this time nowhere to go. Brought down quickly loses a couple yards back to the 39-yard line.
That's a rare play right there for our offense to even allow anybody to get in the backfield to disrupt any of our plays. We haven't seen that very much in this game, or even really all year, Mark, where our offensive line has allowed anybody to get back in the backfield to disrupt any plays. So that's a testament to the guys' hard work and all their workouts and training and all that stuff that they've been going through throughout this entire year.
Garrett Mitchum and Josh Gim will come out for just a moment. Second down and about 17 yards to go from the Baker 38. And Sam Colson rolls right, goes to the air, going for Eric McQueen. He's got him wide open. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20. Forced out of bounds near the 10-yard line. But what a great pass play from Sam to Eric. And another flag down. And
not sure what the flag was.
It looks like he was saying another illegal shift. Is that right, Robbie? Illegal shift?
Well, I was hoping they didn't see it, but somebody didn't move there on the at the tight end's position.
Still a great pass play from Sam Croson to Eric McQueen, but it goes for naught.
Yeah, you hate that because that was a beautifully designed play, beautifully executed play as well. Eric McQueen getting behind the defense like that, and then, man, tacking on all those yards at the end. You hate to see that come back, but, hey, it is what it is.
So now looking down, it looks like it's about 25, 27 yards. Ball is back at the Baker 34-yard line. 22 yards to go for the first. 6:40 first half. Sam Croson under center. And rolls right, wants to pass. Goes deep down the field for Ashton Morrison. And it's just off his fingertips. Had it right in his hand, and it bounces off his chest. But, wow, what a great try by Ashton Morrison. Incomplete pass brings up third down and 22 for the Gators.
And we haven't seen many passes this year, but that's two really great throws by Croson right there. I mean, he's putting the ball right on the money. Wondered if maybe Coach is going to try that out a little bit to see where we're at on that so we can have a little bit of balance in the offense.
I like it, Jesse. I like it. Third down, 22. Baker back at their 34-yard line. 6:24 to go in this first half. They lead it 28-0 over Jefferson Somerset.
Going to have to hurry. Got about 4 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, and Sam is still good. They're going to call a timeout here. Yep. Did they call it in time?
Nope. Got to delay a game.
In Tallahassee, Niceville up 50-8 over Childs. So Niceville looks to roll. They just keep on rolling. Trying to stay undefeated as well. So, Jesse, this is really unlike Baker. Just, about 3 back-to-back penalties? 2 back penalties? Yeah. 3 back-to-back-to-back. Yeah.
Hey, guys, and I just want to say real quick, I don't think the clock got reset.
That may have been what they were discussing then. So
yeah, Coach didn't feel like it either, and I don't think so either.
So a timeout has been called. 6:02 to go in the first half. Baker up top 28-0 back in a moment.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
It's Monday Night Football in Baker, Florida. The Gators and the Tigers. Kind of unusual for all of us. Now, Jesse, I'm just curious. Now, they had the extra couple of days. Does that help? Does that hurt Baker or Jefferson?
I think for both of them, they were anticipating a game on Friday, so the excitement, the build-up to that, and then to get it canceled and rescheduled is pretty tough. But it's exciting, playing on a different night. New deal for them.
Third down and 27 7. Sam Croson looking to pass. Great protection. Goes downfield for Jack Adams. And Jack well covered there by number 1. I believe that is Cosi. Or Neely for Jefferson. But, wow, what a great pass. And I'm just impressed by Sam Croson's arm.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. That's 3 great passes in a row. He gave his receiver a great chance. I think it was Jack Adams that time, if I'm not mistaken. Gave him a great chance there to catch the ball. Just couldn't bring it down. Great coverage.
It was great coverage by number 1, Neely. It is 4th and 27 for Baker. The ball just inside their 30. 6:14 to go in the first half. They lead 28-0. Joe Brunson drops back into punt formation. And Jefferson has a man about the 37-yard line. Now a flag comes in, delay a game, looks like, against the Gators. So not sure if that was intended to do that, but I don't know why he would do that.
No, I wouldn't think so in that position. Maybe if they were around the 35 on the opposing team's side of the field, give them a little bit more room to punt. But in that situation, that kills you.
Yeah. Neely back about his 42-yard line. And Joe Brunson gets off the punt. And it will be called by a fair catch called for by Jefferson near their 47-yard line. That's Anthony Ivey. So good field position for the Tigers, but so far, Jesse, they've had good field position, but nothing to show for it as of yet.
Yeah, not yet. That passing game, he's got a great arm. He just hasn't had the time that he needs, which is great for the Gators. And if they continue to keep up this pressure, I think they're going to get the same result. And I think their offensive line is getting wore out as well, because our defensive line is just, we're putting a couple fresh guys in there every once in a while, and they're going just as hard as our starters trying to get back there to the quarterback.
Well, you made a great point, too, about the snaps. You were a quarterback. You like it right there at your chest, because you made a good point about you can see the defense quicker.
You don't have to think about it. If you're having to jump to catch the ball or bend down to catch the ball, you're losing precious seconds that, at that point, then your offensive line has got to hold a little bit longer to give you a chance to see the field. But if it's right there, you can see the field the entire time, and you can do 2 things at once, multitask.
And once again, another high snap, gets the ball off, and it goes incomplete, brings up a second down. But what I mean is, I guess the lesser 2 evils, would you rather have it a low snap or a high snap if you can't get it at your chest?
I would say probably a low snap. That way you at least have your legs to block it if it's too low. If it's above your head and it's too high and you can't reach up there and grab it, man, that's free for all, and that's tough.
That's a good point. 2nd down 10 for the Tigers. And this is a high snap. Elliott gets it down, running for his life. Cuts it back in. He's across midfield, but he's brought down by Seth Baxa. He does make positive yardage, Jesse, so about a 4-yard pickup there brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, in that situation, again, there's really all he can do whenever it's a quick snap like that. And he's snapping it back there pretty good. He's giving it some good heat on it, but it's just above his head. And when it gets up like that, he bobbles it around a little bit. It makes it tough for him to make any reads.
5:35 to go in the first half. Baker up top 28-0.
Yeah, Vernon's still up 18-7 with less than 3 minutes to go in the entire game. I think 4th quarter. Yeah, that's right. 4th quarter.
3rd down and 6 for Jefferson. The ball just on the Baker side at the 50-yard line. 5:17 to go first half. Quarterback Jordan Elliott. Spread formation. And finally a great snap. But now he throws the ball over his man's head. Goes incomplete. Brings up 3rd down for the Tigers, or 4th down for the Tigers.
Yeah, I hate to sound like a broken record, but great job again by the defensive line to get in there and put pressure on him, not allow him to set his feet. Otherwise, that probably would have been a much better pass. But then again, we had Caleb Wagner as well there on coverage and did a great job sticking with his man, getting a hand in there. Looked like he was very close to tipping the ball. So makes it tough for the quarterback to throw, and we're making it tough for the receivers to get a clean catch too.
5:07 to go in the first half. 4th and 6 from the 49. Now they drop into punt formation, but no one back deep for the Gators. And it is a punt by Jefferson. Will bounce about the Baker 25-yard line and will stop right there. And the Gators take over 1st and 10. Baker up 28-0. Back in just a moment.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Verdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
4:58 to go in the first half. Baker first and 10 from their 25-yard line. Jack Adams, left side. He's across the 30. 35, and he's pulled down near the 37-yard line. First down run by Jack Adams, and Jesse, no yellow.
No yellow on that play. Clean play so far.
So far. First and 10, Baker from their 36. And the clock rolling at 4:44 to go in the first half. They lead at 28-0. $18 on the play clock. Sam Croson under center. Garrett Mitchum in the backfield. And Joe Brunson on the handoff. And Joe breaks one tackle, two tackles, and he's out to the 47, 46-yard line. Very close to another. It is first down.
Mm-hmm.
So back-to-back first down runs. First Jack Adams, then Joe Brunson. First and 10 Baker from their 46. 4:15 to go in the first half.
Got that dynamic duo working it out there. 1-2 punch.
So which one's Batman, which one's Robin?
I don't know. Which one do you want to be Batman?
I'll let those guys decide. First and 10 from the 46-yard line. Joe Brunson takes the handoff. He's across midfield. The 45 still going, and he's brought down near the 40-yard line. Another first down run on first down for the Gators.
Yeah, great job there by Brunson to be able to get upfield, pick up that yardage quick, and take what the defense is giving you. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to be fancy. Just put your head down, get the ball downfield, pick up as much yardage as you can so that you can go into halftime with as big of a lead as you can get it.
3:50 first half. Baker 28-0 over Jefferson. First and 10 from the 41. Didn't you say that Joe averages about 10 yards per carry?
Yes, sir.
Sam Croson back to pass. Looking. Goes to the air. He's got Jack Adams wide open at the 10. The 5. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Yes, sir.
A 41-yard pass play, and wow. Finally, Sam makes connection. Jack was wide open.
He was wide open. I'm not sure exactly if that was a breakdown of coverage or maybe they thought Croson was going to run it and they just gave up on the coverage, but he was patient. He delivered a strike whenever he was open. Beautiful play by Croson, and, man, great touchdown pass. 41 yards from Sam to Jack, and I believe that's his second TD of the night. Yeah.
So now 34-0. Ryan Fleming set to hold for Pierce Thompson. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is good. 3:18 left in the first half. Your new score, Baker 35, Jefferson nothing. Back in a moment.
Staff here at WTJT would like to say thank you to Health Smart Pharmacy and Melody Thompson for their support of WTJT and this year's live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football. Health Smart Pharmacy offers a wide range of products and services. Not only can they meet your pharmaceutical needs, they also have products such as Simple Southern t-shirts, You Might Be, gift cards, and mugs. They also have Sorelli and other fashion jewelry. They have collegiate items as well as country western gifts for your favorite cowboy or cowgirl. And of course, they have t-shirts for our local Baker Gators. Health Smart Pharmacy is located on the left just through the light in downtown Baker and can be reached by phone at 850-537-6266. Thanks again to Health Smart Pharmacy for your support of WTJT and our local football team.
And the kickoff taken by Jefferson back about the 20-yard line. Gets out across midfield. And another flag comes flying in.
Fixing to say, it looks like we've got yellow birds flying all over the place out there.
It does seem that way. Getting very close to being like the Lighthouse Baker game. Robbie Cole, what did you see down there?
Well, guys, I think it's going to again be against Jefferson on a block in the back or a hold. I think. And then again, I'm not sure. There may be 2 fouls on this one right here. I'm not sure.
Well, there are a couple of flags on the field. Trying to spot the white hat, see what he has to say about this.
Marching it back like it is against Jefferson. Holding.
And unsportsmanlike against Baker. So the unsportsman is the greater penalty. Robbie, what's on your what you got?
Guys, I just wanted to make this statement about Joe Brunson and the rest of the running backs. You know, you hear that statement about that running back that falls forward. They're always falling forward, and that's important in this game because they're getting those extra yards every time after that initial contact as well.
That's a good point, Robbie. So after the penalties, it is 1st and 10 Jefferson from their 45-yard line. 3 minutes to go in this first half. They trail 35-0. Elliott back to pass for the Tigers. Hits his man on the far side. He is brought down quickly. That was a great tackle by number 44, Ethan Edge. No relation to Paula Cosin.
Better be careful. It may be her anniversary, but she may come get you.
She may. Yeah, 47 years for her and Rick. 2nd down 5 from midfield. Clock rolling 2:41 to go first half. Jordan Elliott, quarterback for Jefferson. Now takes the snap. Goes down the field. He throws it down and is incomplete. Seth back to their own coverage. And Jesse, now the last few snaps are right there where you were talking about, right there at his chest.
Yeah, it looked like Devin Jordan got in there and got a hand on him while he was trying to throw, so it makes it tough for him. It's like we got a final score at the Vernon and Graceville game. Vernon over Graceville 18-7.
So Vernon will play Bluntstown. I'm guessing they will be at Bluntstown since they were number one in the conference.
And then Graceville, I guess, will play against Cottondale in that segment of the bracket for the Sunshine State Athletic Conference.
3rd down 5 from midfield. 2:32 left in this first half. Tigers with the ball. Elliott again to the air. Almost intercepted by Ethan Edge, number 44, but can't quite bring it in. Still incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 5 for the Tigers.
Got a hand in on it. Between him and Eric McQueen on the other side, it's tough to throw through those lanes. That's like 2 big sequoia trees standing out there trying to throw through. I don't know if they can even do that.
I think you're right. 4th and 5 from midfield for Jefferson. The clock stops at 2:27. They trail Baker 35-0. This game was postponed from this past Friday. A lot of games postponed and some being played tonight, in fact. Punt formation. Another high punt. And no one back for Baker. Rolls at the 20, the 15, and will be down to about the 14-yard line by the Tigers. 2:16 to play first half. Baker 35, Jefferson nothing. Back in just a moment.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And Jack Adams, he finds a hole. He's across midfield. The 45, the 40, pulled down near the 40-yard line, but a great run by Jack Adams. And that covered about 46 yards, Jesse.
Yeah, great run by Adams. Turned on the speed there and did a great job getting through that line and going out.
Yeah, those guys up front, Ethan Cadenhead and Carter Mason on the left side, LaFleur at center, and then you got Vaccarello and Oglesby on the right side. Just a massive offensive line. Just
makes it easy to run behind them, right?
It does. And it's Jack again, or excuse me, that's Joe Brunson this time. And short gain by Joe to about the 38, brings up 2nd down 8 for the Gators.
Yeah, while we're waiting on this next play to set up, I want to give a quick shout-out to my wife, Jill Jernigan, and my 3 beautiful girls listening. They're actually on their way home right now to get in bed for school tomorrow. So, Bailey, Lila, and Tara, brush your teeth when you get home and go to bed. Love you.
And so does Mr. Mark. Love you guys, too.
Right.
2nd down 8, Joe Brunson on the carry. Joe's across the 35-yard line, and he's like a bullet out of a gun, Jess. He just shoots across that offensive line and just goes to the defensive line, and he's to the 33-yard line, 3rd down and 3 for the Gators. And the clock rolling, we're down to 45 seconds. If they're going to score, Jesse, they got to do it quick.
And do it fast.
Garrett Mitchum in there, the fullback position. It looks like they're just going to take a knee here, though, Jesse. They're in the victory formation. 10 seconds on the play clock and 25 on the game clock. And, yeah, Sam's just going to take a knee here in the first half. Wow, Jay, 19, North Bay Haven 6 in the third quarter. And Navarre over Leon, 21-14 in the third. And Niceville up over Childs, 57-8. And I want to thank my youngest brother, Scott, getting those scores to us. That's the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, your score, Baker 35, Jefferson nothing. Back in a couple of moments.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
Hi, this is Tony from Baker Feed and Country Store. The Baker Gator football season is back, and we are proud supporters of WTJT's live Baker Gator football program. Baker Feed and Country Store has all your fall food plot, seed, and fertilizer needs, along with corn, rice bran, pellets, and blocks. We carry Justin boots, belts, wallets, and Wrangler jeans. Baker Feed and Country Store is located on the right at the light in downtown Baker and can be reached by phone 537-1000. Again, that's 537-1000. Go Gators!
And back to Baker inside Doug Griffith Memorial Stadium. It is halftime. Your halftime score is Baker 35 and Jefferson Somerset nothing. And I want to give a couple of shout-outs. First of all, I want to thank Scott for the scores, but also my wife, Sharon, she likes to be behind the scenes, Jesse. I know, and I'm getting that look right now.
Don't look at her. You can't ignore greatness.
But Sharon keeping us up to date on those Vernon and graceful scores. But also want to thank my sister-in-law, Gwen, and her husband, Jeff, always listening. And also to my parents-in-law, Jerry and Jesse Allen. Appreciate everybody listening and so many more. You're the reason we do this. Rachel and Kevin Madden, of course. Yeah, can't
right.
forget them. Yeah.
Oh, Ray.
That's right. So, go back over these scores real quick. It is a final in Tallahassee. Niceville has beaten Childs 57-8. So I believe now Niceville may be, I think they're 8-0 now.
8-0, yeah, absolutely.
Bozeman over Bay in the first, 7-0. Walton over Chipley in the first, 7-0. And we already give you the Navarre over Leon in the third, 21-14. And then your alma mater, Jay, over North Bay Haven, 19-6. In the background, the Baker High School Marching Band, and playing one of my favorite movies of all time, the theme from Star Wars. And Jesse, your thoughts on this first half? I mean, what can you say about this first half as far as Baker and Jefferson?
Man, Mark, it's just amazing to watch the Gators come back. I know we had a slow start last week against Lighthouse, which, in practical purposes, you would think they're probably a little bit I won't say worst team because I don't want to demean anybody, but they're not quite as good as Jefferson and Somerset that we're watching tonight, just because of some of the talent that they have and that we've seen even in a couple of plays that they've had. But man, they had a slow start last week against Lighthouse, but this week they've come out just guns blazing. I mean, they're doing great, 35-0 right now. I mean, and at halftime. This is an amazing score. Our running game is doing great. Brunson's doing a great job. Man, you've got the Sam Croson has been throwing the ball well tonight. I know a couple of those did not come up as complete, but his arm, he's getting the ball there. It's very accurate. He's very timely with it. He's waiting on the open guys. Had that long touchdown pass to Jack Adams, and Jack Adams again is running the ball well too. So I think we're starting to put some of these puzzle pieces together, and I know it may sometimes affect them in an adverse way to wait all weekend to play a game, but I think it was kind of exciting to know that they're the main attraction for Monday Night Football tonight.
Exactly. And now there has been some confusion. Some of the listeners may think that this is not the playoffs.
Right.
This is conference play, but the schedule when it first came out, we had 7 scheduled games, 3 conference games, but they were to be determined or to be announced.
Right.
So, but now this will lead up to a conference champion, then the playoffs. Is that correct?
Right. And these games here they don't count as the Florida High School Athletic Association playoffs. Now, these games count toward that in our standings going into the playoffs, but this is specifically the Sunshine State Athletic Conference, kind of like you would have for like the SEC championship, except for there's a playoff leading up to our conference championship. There's a North Florida championship. There's, the South Florida. There's several different brackets that they've come up with, but for just us, we've got the North Florida bracket, and it's an exciting thing. These games, this first year they've had this, and it provides an excitement for the kids that may not get to go deep in the playoffs like everybody else. It allows everybody to have the chance to play for a conference championship. And we had an interview last week with the director of operations from the Sunshine State Athletic Conference. There's 2 different championship trophies that are going to be handed out on that Saturday. And there'll be the 4 o'clock game that we talked about, then the 7:30 game. And if everything continues to shape up like we are right now, it looks like that we're going to host next. We're going to host Port St. Joe here, and then it looks like Jefferson County will be traveling to Sneads to play them. We've already heard the final score for the Vernon game. They've come out on top against Graceville, so they're definitely going to be playing Bluntstown. And then it looks like Graceville is going to be able to host Cottondale next week because they're the higher seed in those 2 matchups. So it's pretty exciting. And then next week you'll play I say next week. I'm thinking that it's Friday night. I'm sorry. Right. It's Monday night. This week, all these teams will play again for the second round of the Sunshine State Athletic Conference, the North Division, the North Florida Division. And then if we win our game against Port St. Joe, barring that everything turns out and it looks like it's going to turn out that way, and then if Bluntstown wins against Graceville, or not Graceville, but against Vernon, then it looks like we'll be playing Bluntstown at that 7:30 game down in Panama City. Hopefully I didn't confuse everybody. I might have confused myself there.
It is confusing until we actually get all the winners. So this is like a round-robin tournament. Just because you lose tonight, you still play another game.
Yeah, you still get a different game. And if you maybe lose one game but you keep winning, you have that chance for that second place trophy or the second place championship. And I'd encourage all of our listeners to go to their Facebook, or maybe even go onto, I think it's sunshinestateathletics.com, and you can check them out there, find out more information from them on their website. I know you can pull them up on Facebook. Sunshine State Athletic Conference is there, and it is Sunshine State Athletic Conference, for the website, sunshinestateathletics.com. sunshinestateathletics.com, and you can find all these brackets, all this information right there on their website, or you can go to their Facebook, Sunshine State Athletic Conference, and it'll have the different brackets. Probably have some updates in the next couple of days as to who's playing who, but again, that's how it's going to pan out here tonight.
So let's just say, for example, so we beat Port St. Joe, Bluntstown wins. So Bluntstown and Baker would play in that second game?
The second game.
Now, who would play in that first game? Would that depend on
That would depend on who wins after tonight, as far as the bracket that's lower. Now the losing bracket, if you would, between Graceville and Cottondale, and then you have the other two. Let me pull that back up real quick, Mark. Sneeds would be one of those, and then obviously Jefferson County. So they would play out. The winners of those two would meet at the 4:00 game, from my understanding, and they would battle for that second place.
So it would come down, because then they all would have at least one loss.
Right.
Except, like I say, we're just for example here, Baker and Blountstown will be the only undefeated teams.
Exactly.
And everybody else have at least one loss. So it's a pretty good thing. It's just it's confusing to us.
Yeah,
but Robbie, jump in if you need to. If you got.
No, y'all pretty much summed it all up. There's 3 different brackets for this whole deal, because there is 12 teams in the conference. So what is those other 4 teams doing? They have their own little series going on called the North Florida Series. And then whoever loses, of course, we know the losers of several of the games already. Sneeds, Cottondale, Graceville, and, if the Gators hold on tonight, then Jefferson County, or Jefferson Somerset. So what will happen is next week they'll go into a bracket called the Big Bend Brawl.
Okay.
And so they'll play the losers of those 4 games will play each other next week, and the 2 winners that come out of that will go on Saturday and play at Tommy Oliver Stadium for the Big Bend Brawl Championship.
And those 4 teams, I know one is Holmes County. Is that right? The other 4 teams that's not playing in this bracket.
The other 4 teams, I can pull that bracket back up. I just had it here.
Holmes County was one of those.
Let's see. I'll tell you. Weewah-Hitchcock is one of those.
Okay.
And let me look at it real quick. I'm fixing to pull it up here, and I'll tell you. Because on Friday night, they've already played one series. Holmes County beat Liberty County, and Weewah-Hitchcock beat Franklin. Okay. So this coming Friday night, it'll be Holmes County and Weewah-Hitchcock. Liberty will play Franklin. And then week 11, Franklin will play Holmes County, and Weewah-Hitchcock will play at Liberty.
In the first quarter, real quick, over at Crestview 7, Lincoln nothing. I believe it's at Crestview tonight.
Yeah, that should have been their homecoming game. Was actually what that was.
Right. And they're up 7-0 in the first quarter.
You're missing your homecoming, man. Come on.
But then I couldn't hang out with you guys.
That's right. I would be sad.
And my lovely, she can't be too mad at me, right? Not in front of you guys.
Yeah, like I said, don't look at her.
Yep.
So, guys, I will say this. Right before the half, there was a little bit of that wet stuff trying to fall. And then when I was walking back this direction just a few moments ago, I did see some lightning to the south. So hopefully we can get, I'd say shorten this thing up and let's get out here and start playing some football right now.
I agree with you. It is halftime. Baker in command here, 35-0. And what you got? Okay, we'll take a break and be right back after this.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898, 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
And we are back live from Baker, Florida. Halftime, Baker 35 and Jefferson nothing. And Jesse, got a little fact here that you may find interesting. We've had 3 road games this year. At Northview, at Freeport, in Pensacola against Lighthouse. All 3 road games, the opponent scored first. Missed the extra point. Northview went for 2. We held them out. Freeport and Lighthouse, either a bad snap or a botched hold. But all 3 teams led us 6-0 in the first quarter before we came back, took the lead, and won those games. But, 3 road games, we fell behind 6-0 and come back. And that's a fact. Are you impressed?
I'm very impressed.
Well, what I'm impressed with the most, Mark, is the fact that we make those adjustments quickly. And that's what they've done all year long. Mm-hmm. You see Coach Brunson running down the sideline. He sees something, and they make an adjustment, and it works. And that's what happened in the Freeport game. I mean, he saw something that he didn't like, ran down there, got with his defensive guys. They made the adjustment and was able to hold them out the end zones for a long time before they got that final score.
Yeah. But, we knew Northview would be a tight game. That did not surprise us.
Right.
But what surprised me was Freeport. Now, Freeport went down, scored first, and I thought, okay, we got a game here. Baker comes back. Guerin scores. I think Jack scored. Joe scored. Sam intercepts somewhere in that. And we end up winning 55-12. The next week we go to Lighthouse. No disrespect, but we thought Lighthouse would be, this will be a warm-up game.
Sure.
Those guys, they came to play.
They did.
And they actually stopped our offense a number of times before we got on track and wore them down.
They had a very impressive defensive line. We made that comment a couple times. I think Brunson ran into it looked like literally a brick wall on that defensive line. That I forget what number he was.
76. His name was Juan Manlignese or something like that. But
he was a last name, but just crushed Brunson.
Yeah, 5'11", 350 pounds. He's a hoss.
That'll do it.
That will stop anybody.
And they had 2 of those guys right up in the middle. And every time we'd run up the middle, they had a game plan for the middle run. And so, I was impressed with the way they came out and played hard. They didn't take the game lightly. I can tell you that.
No, their depth wasn't quite as good as ours either, and that poses a problem whenever you have lengthy games like that where it's run, and it's consistent. Man, it wears that offensive line, that defensive line down, and they just couldn't hang because some of our guys that are coming in to refresh some of our starters are just as good as our starters, which is great for us, but doesn't vote well for the opposing teams.
No, it doesn't. But they were very good in their district. They were 3-0 against teams in their district, Lighthouse was, and this would have been like their, I don't know, like a bowl game or something. But, anytime you can beat a team like Baker, it's a big feather in your cap.
Well, guys, when they get into their playoffs playing the teams that they play, they could do really well in the playoffs and could go and win that state championship in that private school division that they're in.
Okay, now, Jesse, back to this. We win tonight. We've got tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. How do you prepare for a team like Port St. Joe in just 3 days? Now, they've kind of had an advantage. They played last Thursday night. Mm-hmm. They knew they would play either us or Jefferson. Yeah. So they've had, but how do you prepare in that short of time?
Yeah, as far as preparation, I would say they probably have the advantage because we've been focusing on a game that we thought we were playing last week. Now the whole weekend we've had to continually work this game plan. But as far as Port St. Joe goes, they can prepare for both of us. But it's 2 completely different game plans they're preparing for. I mean, you've got the passing team and you've got the running team. So their practices have to be well-rounded. They have to be able to look back and see that they're preparing for really anything. They have to be prepared for all of it, and it's pretty crazy to think that. But I would say that Port St. Joe probably has a little bit of an advantage, but probably even in our hearts, we probably were preparing a little bit for Port St. Joe as well. I'm sure the coaches were a little ahead of the game on that, getting ready for it. But hey,
well, that's true because we knew sometime Friday that they had won the night before.
Right.
So Baker, like you said, preparing for Jefferson, but also getting ready for Port St. Joe as well. And like I said, we played them last year here in the playoffs. I believe it was the final game before the state championship. Mm-hmm. And even though it's a new team, a new year, still they probably have some of the same plays and athletes from last year. But
sure,
thing is, Matt Brunson, the man amazes me. He, like you said, or Robbie said, he makes those quick adjustments. Right. He knows how to take a team, and he just works wonders with them. It's just amazing to watch him coach.
Yeah, he's doing a great job and has for many years. And it's very impressive to watch him year after year come out. And as we said, he doesn't have to redo. He just reloads. Keeps the same game plan, and it's just something. It's amazing to watch. Does a great job with the kids.
We are just about set for the second half kickoff. Both teams back on the field. Baker up 35-0. We'll take a break and be right back.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida, as businesses like you do all your support that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
Back to Baker, the second half kickoff. Baker up 35-0. And Pierce Thompson set to kick off and kicks it straight away, taken by Jefferson at the 34-yard line. And breaks one tackle. Then it's brought down by Shane White and Josh Smith on the far side. And returned by number 8. That is Leroy Travis. So 1st and 10. They're up 35-0, Jesse, and should be a running clock here.
Looks like it's going to be.
And Robbie Kolb back up here with us. Did you get wet?
Well, it was starting to do that, and so I said, well, I better keep this equipment out of the rain.
But now oh, wow, okay.
Thank you.
But you're not a true sideline reporter now.
Got an umbrella?
Yes.
You won't melt.
This equipment will.
Jordan to the air, hits his man, and brought down number 8. Brody Sharp makes the tackle on the far side.
Yeah, Miss Sharon's got an umbrella she said you could borrow. It's pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Six-yard gain, second down 4 for the Tigers at their 43-yard line. Jordan Elliott, quarterback for the Tigers. Takes the snap, drops back. Looking to pass, now he's going to keep the ball, tries to run, breaks one tackle, still breaking tackles, and finally runs right into Carter Mason, who takes him out of bounds, but it should be a first down for the Tigers.
It was a good run there by the quarterback. Elliott being able to pull it down. Saw there's nothing open downfield. Didn't try to force the issue. Very important for them at this point for him to stay solid, don't make any big mistakes, and just try his best to make some good passes. But that time he didn't have anything going, so made a good decision and pulled it down and ran.
9:48 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10, Jefferson from their 49-yard line. They trail 35-0. Crestview now trails Lincoln 10-7 in the first, and Walton shutting out Chipley 21-0. And handoff goes to the tailback, and he's brought down quickly near midfield. Brings up second down, then about 8 yards for Jefferson at the Baker 48-yard line. 9:10 to go in the third quarter. And the Tigers stay in that shotgun formation. And a flag looks like a legal procedure. Untrue start.
More of those yellow birds flying across the field. I'm just not sure why that's happening.
No. Just a little anxious there on the offensive line. Now second down. And about 13 yards to go from the 46. Clock rolling, 8:30 to go, third quarter. And Robbie, was there a good crowd down there? Could you tell as far as the crowd? Was there a...
Well, I think the rain may be hindering some folks, but decent crowd down there.
Good. 5 on the play clock. And now Elliott calls timeout for Jefferson. And we'll take as well. Be right back after this.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our kids' call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
And that's the Jernigan girls, and they should be in bed by now, correct?
Probably getting pretty close to it, would think.
Second down, 13 for Jefferson back at their 46-yard line. 7:48 to go in the third quarter. Man in motion. And now another flag. Illegal procedure again. A false start against the Tigers. Back-to-back false starts. So now second down and about 18. The ball back at the 41-yard line.
It's like the rain's picking up a little bit more out there now, Mark.
Indeed it is.
Might make it tough on the quarterback at this point to be able to throw accurate passes if that ball stays wet for any amount of time.
Well, now I heard that you can throw the ball in the rain. It's just hard to throw it in the wind.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Well, see, I heard that on a college game this past weekend. I heard the announcer say that it was the Georgia and Kentucky game. Jordan back to pass, overthrows his man, almost picked off by Brody Sharp. Jesse Jordan there on the coverage.
Yeah, Brody had a pretty good angle there, but just lost his footing with that wet field out there. Otherwise, he would have had a pretty good interception there.
Well, Jesse, I think we have been blessed this year. This may be the first game we've had in the rain that I can think of. Yeah,
I think we've had beautiful weather up to this point.
You got a score there, Jesse?
Yeah, Crestview is back on top against Lincoln right now, 14-10 in the first quarter.
6:19 to go in the third here. Third down and 18 for Jefferson. Ball back at their 41-yard line. Again, spread formation. Jordan Elliott, quarterback. Brought down by Eric McQueen. Gains maybe 2 yards, but it's fourth and about 16 now for the Tigers. And it's just hard to escape the grasp of Eric McQueen. 5:47. We got rain coming.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little. 5:34 to go. Jefferson back in punt formation. And again, no one deep for the Gators. Another high punt that will bounce about the Baker 30 and roll down to about the 27, 28-yard line. Baker takes over first and 10. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. And the rain is coming down, and the umbrellas are coming out.
So a lot of firsts for us tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
First Monday night football game, first raining game. I think our intro made more sense tonight, right?
It did.
It sounded like Monday night football. We were right on the money tonight.
Yes, sir. 4:40 third quarter. So now you look for the Gators to run the ball with it like this and just kind of run that clock out. Sam Croson still quarterback. And in the backfield, I believe that's Shane White.
It is.
In the backfield now. Hands off to Ryan Fleming, who cuts it back inside, and he's going to be pulled down. He does get forward progress out to about the 32-yard line. 4-yard run, second down and 6 for the Gators.
It's like he's getting some of our younger guys in there, some experience running the ball, maybe in some of this wet weather as well. That'll be good, again, for creating that depth. And I think that's a lot of what Coach Brunson's been talking about, that reload that he talks about, allowing these guys to have these chances that in other places they probably wouldn't have this shot to be able to get on the field like this.
Well, he's keeping Sam Croson and LaFear in there. That's the starters. Again, Ryan Fleming, left side. And he finds a little bit more room. And I thought I saw a flag coming on the far side, or is that just rain?
That was a big drop if it was.
Yeah, I think it was a flag. He got me with the big drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they caught a block at the back against the Gators.
Oh, that's tough.
And it's a nice little run by Ryan Fleming. Brings the ball back to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for the Gators. Clock rolling, 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. So it looks like the Gators, unless they give up 36 points, will be heading out or be facing Port St. Joe this Friday. And Sam Croson hands off. This time it's Caleb Wagner, I believe. And Caleb was out near the 40-yard line, close to another 1st down for the Gators.
Look, if they give him the mark that he got when he rolled across the body before he actually hit the ground, he gets the 1st down.
Well, I guess it's where your knee goes down.
Well, his knee didn't go down. He rolled across another body, and then he got down. But so
3rd down, then about a yard to go for the first. Under 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter. And Sam Croson hands off again to Caleb Wagner. He's brought down quickly. Shy of the 1st down, brings up 4th and a couple of yards now. The ball near the 37-yard line. A minute 40 to go, 3rd quarter. So now, Jesse, you think we'll go for it again, or you think you'll punt it away?
I think we're going to go for it here.
Sam Croson still in there. And it looks like the offensive line is still our 5 starters. It's 4th and actually maybe a yard for the first, ball at the 38-yard line. And again, Caleb Wagner, right side. This time he gets held up, but I think his forward progress gets him to about the 40-yard line, be a 1st down for the Gators.
Yes, sir. He did a very good job knowing exactly where he had to get to, getting to that point, picking up a 1st down to keep this drive alive for the Gators.
Under a minute now to play in the 3rd quarter. It is 1st and 10, Baker from their 40-yard line. They lead it 35-0 in the 3rd quarter. And the rain really coming down now. Ten seconds on the play clock. Now Sam hands off to Ryan Fleming from the left side, and nowhere to go. The ball comes loose. I believe Ryan fell back on it, but loses yardage back to the 31-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd down and 19 to go.
Looked like that might have been Caleb Wagner that fell on that ball there, Mark.
Okay.
Made a heads-up play getting there and helping his team out.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, your score remains Baker 35, Jefferson, Somerset nothing. Back in a moment.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
Back in Baker for the final quarter. Baker 35, Jefferson nothing. Mark Forehand and Jesse Jernigan in the press box, and joined up by Robbie Kolb. so that he does not melt.
Because I will.
That's not what Jolene said.
Oh, you didn't talk to the right Jolene.
Okay.
Jolene.
Second down, 19 from the 31-yard line. And some confusion on the Jefferson side. And
Illegal substitution, Mark,
Yeah,
I believe.
I believe you're right. So we get back 5 of those yards we lost. Ball placed about the 35-yard line of Baker. Second down and about 14 yards to go. The clock says 6:18. That can't be right. We just started the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Did we go to an 8-minute quarter or something?
We may have.
May have. Caleb Wagner on the handoff right side. And he's out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
Keep that bird in your pocket.
It's going to bring up third down and about 8 yards from the 42-yard line.
I believe Robbie's right. I think we did go to an 8-minute quarter there for the last quarter.
And I think that could be just to try to get this game in with the weather the way it is. And so I think they have that option. They can do something like that if both coaches agree.
Yeah.
And it's pretty well set now. I mean, Baker has this game under control. And then, they got a long drive back to Monticello.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a long drive. They would like to get out ahead of that weather themselves, I'm sure.
It is 1st and 10 Baker at the Jefferson 44-yard line. 5:05 to go in the ball game. Baker on top, 35-0. Brody Sharp, now the new quarterback for Baker, and a lot of new guys on there, and some guys moving a little too soon. And so they'll march it back 5 yards to the 49 of Jefferson. 4.5 to go in the ball game.
Looks like a little bit of that severe weather that was coming right at us is starting to break up to the north and south of us. Maybe it'll hold off for the next 4 or 5 minutes.
Fumble on the play. Ball still loose. Looks like Baker due to recover. Brody Sharp may have recovered his own fumble there.
Caleb Wagner. Robbie said Caleb might have got in there and snuck that one out, huh?
Yeah, Caleb came up with the ball in his hand, so.
You sure it wasn't Jake Miller?
It was 22.
So
says the PA announcer. Don't argue with me.
Do I need to remind him whose show this is?
I think so.
Hey, can't we have a little fun?
We can have a little fun. Second down and 15, and Ryan Fleming on the handoff from Brody Sharp runs smack dab into a Tiger near the 49-yard line, loses some yardage back, brings up third down and about 16 to go. Are you guys going to sing happy birthday to Matt?
Negative.
Good.
Happy birthday.
That's right.
That's close
There you
enough.
go.
That's
Yeah.
close enough.
Happy birthday.
And happy anniversary to the Cosins.
I think she said 47.
47,
Is that
yeah.
right? 47
Yeah.
years.
Look, we're going to start charging her for the cover she gets.
I'm telling you, yeah. Who does she think she is?
Make that check out, too.
2:45 to go, and on third down and long. Caleb Wagner on the handoff and picks up a couple of yards back inside Tiger territory about the 49-yard line. 4th and about 14 to go. 2.5 to go in the ball game. So, Jesse, did you say something earlier about possibly moving the Port St. Joe game to Saturday, or was that just wishful thinking? Or
no, I think that's going to remain on Friday night.
Okay,
unless they both agree to it, I guess, and announce it quick enough.
And
I was looking at the weather for that earlier. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't mean to talk while you was interrupting. Shane White on the run gets down to about the 41-yard line, and the ball goes over to Jefferson. Go ahead, Robbie.
If I can. But I'm not even sure what I was going to say now at this point.
Something about the weather.
I looked at the weather for Friday, and it looks like a 50% chance of rain in the morning and in the evening. So could be some wet stuff come this weekend as well.
Well, it's 100% right now, so 50% sounds better.
Well, and I heard that we may have another tropical storm in the makings this weekend.
It's possible. Anything's possible in the Gulf.
That's true. 1:15 left in this ball game. Jefferson 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line. So the Gators will go to 8-0 and 37 straight wins.
I think it's 37 now.
And facing Port St. Joe here this Friday, 7 as far as we know. Handoff goes to the running back for Jefferson, and he's out across midfield. Forced out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Forced out by Avery Stewart. And we're down to 38 seconds. And this game is just about over. So, Robbie, I guess there'll be no post game with Matt Brunson.
Yeah, we didn't catch halftime either. I was down there, but we went to a break.
Oh, you should have spoke up earlier. Man, I am sorry about that.
It's payback for all the interrupting.
Well, yeah, I can't get down there and get this stuff wet.
High snap over the quarterback's head, and Jordan Elliott would just fall on the back about the 37. Ball still loose. I believe he recovered, but there's 9 seconds to go in the game, and that's going to do it from Baker. Did you want to catch Matt Brunson?
Well, I don't want to get this equipment wet. The biggest thing.
Good point.
Good man.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up from Baker. Your final score, Baker 35, Jefferson Somerset nothing. For Robbie Kolb and Jesse Jernigan, I'm Mark Forehand. Have a safe drive home. See you Friday.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Verdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366. Staff here at WTJT would like to say thank you to Health Smart Pharmacy and Melody Thompson for their support of WTJT and this year's live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football. Health Smart Pharmacy offers a wide range of products and services. Not only can they meet your pharmaceutical needs, they also have products such as Simple Southern t-shirts, You Might Be, gift cards, and mugs. They also have Sorelli and other fashion jewelry. They have collegiate items as well as country western gifts for your favorite cowboy or cowgirl. And of course, they have t-shirts for our local Baker Gators. Health Smart Pharmacy is located on the left just through the light in downtown Baker and can be reached by phone at 850-537-6266. Thanks again to Health Smart Pharmacy for your support of WTJT and our local football team.